Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with a gravelly voice. Welcome to day 399. I better hold my coffee. I totally jacked my phone. Today we're talking about confidence growth, of course, and the Let's Grow annual challenge. And in guide 2 of the private Facebook group, we've got Einar's story in honor of my father, because this topic always reminds me of him. His favorite poem was a poem called The Man in the Mirror, The Man in the Glass. And it's about you live your life, and at the end of the day and at the end of your life, you have to look in the mirror and be proud of the person that you have been every day, as well as the person that you've become throughout your lifetime. And I like to say that if we live each day to the best of our ability, then our life will have been successful. We'll continue to improve and grow and evolve and become the person that we want to be, and show up for people in the ways we want to show up for them. Our topic so we talked about mirror work from Louise Hay. And it's not really work, but we call it work because sometimes it's mentally and emotionally and spiritually difficult to do it. But it's just different ways of looking at yourself in the mirror and telling yourself you love yourself, number one, and number two, doing affirmations. It just makes them really, really powerful. And it's a great way for doing and becoming self-aware in terms of things that are unresolved in our lives. Things that are still bothering us on a subconscious level will bubble up when we're talking to ourselves in the mirror that might not come up otherwise. And it gives us the opportunity to let them go or address them or do whatever we need to do in order to move forward in our life and become a better version of ourselves. So talking about that. And then our strategy for today for Supersize Your Business, our fundamental supersize business strategy, FSBS. I kind of like BSBS, but I maybe shouldn't use that, but I'd like basic, supersize, or brilliant. I like brilliant better than basic. So today's is the authenticity strategy. I don't really like to call it a strategy because I think being authentic is just how we should be and how we should show up in our businesses. We need to be true to our core values and have those incorporated in our businesses and in our lives. And in our businesses, we want to be bringing them into it so that we are showing up in a way that people can relate to and resonate with, because they're showing up in their lives in an authentic way too. Now, that only works if you want to work with people who are really themselves or solve problems for people that are authentic and themselves, right? There's lots of fake people in the world, which is why it gives you a competitive advantage to not be fake. Now, given that, I did reveal in Supersize Your Business that I use Facebook filters. I'm legally blind, and so my makeup some days, it's really funky. In addition to that, I got lots of wrinkles that don't need to necessarily show up. Use the same filter for, I don't know, as long as I can. Until it disappears, I use the same filter. And then I'll pick another one, and until that one disappears, because Facebook is fickle and can do whatever they want because it's their business, they may or may not be available. But it does make my eye makeup look significantly better than it probably does in real life. And then I shared, I've got a ponytail today because 90+% of the time, if you see me in real life, I'm going to have a ponytail in, because I create my content, I make my videos in the morning, and then right after that, I go for a walk. I go for a walk in a park that's nearby my house, and I spend some time reflecting and relaxing and planning my day in nature and just refeeding my soul. I think we all need to find things that feed our spirit and feed our soul, and being outdoors and being in nature does that for me. But we have to find ways to recharge our batteries, and that's one of mine. And it's a nice pause before the hectic chaos of the day actually begins for me. Friday here in my neck of the woods, we're coming up on a weekend. I have committed to helping one of my sisters with some projects. One is painting, which I'm not very good at, but I can hand her stuff and watch her so she doesn't fall off the ladder. And then the other is making crabapple jelly. And I got a shout out to Mott's Apple Orchard in Stillwater. They handpicked crab apples for her so she could make our grandmothers were sisters, crabapple recipe. And they were the most beautiful bags of crab apples I've ever seen. We went to pick them up the other day, and so she wants to make the jelly fresh, and I said I would help her because it's a lot of work, and we all love it and enjoy it. So, and she shares it with all of us, so why would we not help when we can? Again, I do what I can do when I can do it to help other people, because that's kind of who I am. All right, if I can help you anyway, you can ask. I added Q&A to this particular video, as well as comments. You can ask a comment, or you can just look me up, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom. You can ask by finding me on lots of social media platforms, as well as direct message me or Voxer. My favorite way to communicate, since I am visually challenged, is a walkie-talkie app on my phone, and it's called Voxer, Voxer. I think they still have a free version of it, but my name on that is Pajama Grandma, GRAMMA, @gmail.com. Pretty simple, because that's how I showed up online originally. I guess it was pretty authentic, because I did like to make videos in my pajamas, and I did want to work from home, and I did want to be able to wear what I want, when I want, whenever I want, and do whatever I want. And so that was just my way of early on putting myself out there. And in 2020, and this irritates my family members, and they said, you absolutely cannot, but I was going to kill that whole persona and brand in 2020. And they're like, no, that would be so inappropriate. And I agree, it would be inappropriate, but I did stop showing up in my pajamas every day, and I just started showing up as me every day. And I guess part of me is a pajama grandma. I am a grandma, 3 beautiful granddaughters, and I do like to be comfortable. But there's a balance between being comfortable and stretching our comfort zone to become the person we're here to become. All right, if I can help in any way, ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day and weekend if you don't see me between now and then. Otherwise, I will be here tomorrow. Have a great day.